Alright. Okay. Okay. I know the title's a little fucked. Holy shit, 19 people. Okay, I'm gonna get roast. That's fine. I don't care. If there's people who don't want to listen to this opinion, this is your time. I am mostly speaking as a Sonic fan, not as a composer. I'm not a professional, and I just wish to provide criticism, as I've been provided criticism in the past. I dislike this this entire DJ mix, except for T. Lopes' segment. I think, well, let's just start over in the sense of, let's dial it back a little bit, right? Let's go back to, like, back when the game was originally announced, right? We had one song. We had a really cool original theme song, right? From which an actual good main theme song was made. I don't know if you guys remember that. Cross the Worlds, as people call it now. I just really want to understand, right? Sorry for not turning on the overlay. I just really want to understand one thing. What happened? Guys, like, I know it is a tradition in the Sonic community to judge a song's OST based on, like, a couple songs. But we were like, in a way we were lied to. Like, the original vibe, the original vibe of the songs from just the marketing of a year ago versus what it is now today, it is too different. It is way too different in a way that makes me feel like I was lied to. Like, yes, I wasn't planning to buy the game, and I'm still not. Hey, Keenan, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I haven't said hi to you guys. I'm really sorry. Like, I just really wanted to get this out. I really wanted to get this out. There is nothing, right, in this DJ mix that isn't T. Lopes' that sounds remotely like Sonic. It is just EDM. I had a similar opinion back when Frontiers came out. I do that, right? I do all of this. I do this kind of stuff. As somebody who does it, I can tell you. You take liberties. This is part of covering music. This is part of remixing. This is the art of changing how a song is originally made. That is definitely one of the tasks they were probably given when they were told they were supposed to remix a specific song in a specific place. But there's no way, right? And I'm going to start off with the biggest contender. There's no way. I think it was Giga who composed the first half of Windmill Isle and then proceeded to the second half. It really reminds me of the situation in Shadowgens and the situation in Team Sonic Racing with Wall 5. There is nothing about the second half on the song that makes any sense with what is, first of all, happening on screen, and two, what is actually the song about. It's supposed to be an artistic song of Greece. It's supposed to make you feel at home, a nice place. You're supposed to give it a racing twist to it. The first half gave us that. That was perfect. The build-up, it was great. Now the drop, though. Can somebody explain me this drop and tell me how this makes sense in a Sonic, in a Sonic context? The snare is ringy. The snare is used in EDM like this, right? People who make DNB, Liquid DNB, Extra DNB, Breakcore, people use this kind of stuff. That's fine. The snare that they chose is not properly tuned. But who cares? Like, that's fine. Again, that's not the point. The point is, we switched from this to this. You cannot tell me for the love of God that this is the same song. Even in contextual electro music, dubstep, drum step, you can pick artcore, you can pick breakcore, you can pick IDM, you can pick color, anything. All these genres, they do have different drops, but they maintain the essence of what the song started with. They maintain elements from that. This is what I like to call synth gibberish. This is rhythmical synth gibberish. This is what that is. I am not personally attacking the person. I just really don't dig this. It does not make sense. We're only getting into this the first segment of this, right? We immediately translate over to this. Can you tell me who mixed this? Like, actually mixing this? Because, no. There is no way this was composed and mixed by the same person who made this. There is no way in hell. It doesn't sound remotely close. It doesn't sound remotely similar. It sounds like the drawn horse that just casually goes back to low quality. That's what that feels. This entire song feels like that. And I'm scared because this ain't even the full song. This is not the full song, right? We only got how much? 2 minutes. I'm sure the loop is a little longer than this. I'm sure. Whatever the reasoning might be, artistic choice, they want to make something different, or maybe they just really wanted to show off new producers, new sound design. I get it. I guess that's fine, but no, this is not the same person who made this. This is not contextual with this. And this that connects both of these shitty segments does not make any sense with this. So every part of this song is not, it doesn't make sense. At least other EDM that people have made before. People from Sonic Team, people who have been outsourced. All these people have originally still structured a song around a specific element, or maybe multiple elements, depending on what it is. It's racing, I get it, EDM is nice, so it's a lot different. But you cannot tell me that this song was approved. Like, there's nothing about this song in the sense of quality that makes sense. Nothing. I have over 46 people live streaming. I usually have like 10. Hi guys, my name is Silent and I'm really ranting about something. I'm sorry. First off, I'm sorry if I disagree with your opinion that you like this. I really don't. Like, I woke up this morning, I went to get my water, I went to work, I listened to this DJ mix, I saw memes, and I was like, there's no way this is real. I was wrong. Like, I was like, there's no way I didn't wake up. So I come home, I go to like the Sax server, right? And my eyes light up. I was like, what a way to start a compilation of songs. Which, by the way, this is all mixed by a guy who's not even making music for this fucking thing. So not only did they get Otani just to make a mix, they also butchered it. They butchered the mix. They usually do these. I know that they have done this in the past. They usually do these, but not like this. The transitions don't feel good. He did one for Colors. He did one for TSR, if I'm not wrong. He did one for Frontiers, Cyberspace. They're just... Okay. We're going to start reading the comments here. There's no way this is real when Sonic Frontiers music literally existed. Okay, here's the thing. Frontiers music had its own set of rules. Frontiers music was completely free. Like, it was, every single artist in Frontiers took liberties to make whatever EDM they wanted to make for a game that had over 60 levels, if I'm not wrong, of recycled assets, like if they were in a level editor, just for the sake of filling in more stuff to do in the island. That's what that was. That's what it really was. Here, you're remixing precious stages from people's like favorite Sonic games. You're not touching EDM for the sake of touching EDM. That's what they did in Frontiers. Here, you are doing EDM for the sake of the stage. You are trying to understand what the vibe of the stage is, and you're making electronic music remixes based on how the original stage is. Sure, this has elements from Windmill Isle. Yes, they do. A lot of them. There's stems from here that come from the original recordings. Absolutely. But there's no way in hell that this wouldn't be roasted by somebody who is not from Sega Sound Team. If this was posted, this entire first track, if this was posted by somebody who just wanted to grow a YouTube channel or just share their art with somebody or many people around the world, and they would post this and they would make public comments available for everybody, they would get roasted to hell. I don't think this would get approved by anybody. Not because of this. Again, not because of this part. But because of this. Sorry. Because of this. That's the thing. That's what I don't like. I know for a fact that's the case because I've seen it happen before. Once I saw this happen. It's confusing to me because with each game there is more variety. Yes, absolutely. There's more variety of EDM. But not in a good way. Not in a good way. Like, I just don't feel like it's in a good way. Like, I miss... I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I miss Sonic Olympics EDM that Otani made along with the gang. I miss that. I really miss that. Like, I feel like I'm getting out of touch with people. I just do not know. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't feeling it. The Windmill Isle remix feels like they're doing too much to it. Not hating on people who worked on it, though. Yeah, I'm not hating on them. I really don't. Like, best wishes to everybody who worked on the game. I'm just saying, like, this doesn't feel like they had any QA to it, you know? I'm sorry to hear about your AC, by the way, Clinton. Yeah, yeah, Lucas, we're gonna get into the other tracks. Not everything is bad. I know I just started out with bad. I really wanted to get this out of the way. I'm going in order from all the songs that have been showcased. So I just wanna emphasize that that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So let me just... So obviously we're Dragon Road now. So we're gonna grab this and we're gonna mute it. The composers you like work on Sega's rhythm games. Give up Project Sekai, you know, superiority. Well, for starters, I'm not dissing on Tomoya because Tomoya didn't work on the soundtrack. I'm not dissing on T-Lopes because I at least mentioned at the beginning. I didn't mean. I'll probably update the description. T-Lopes has nothing to do with this. T-Lopes makes amazing music. T-Lopes being in the soundtrack feels the same way I felt about him in Superstars. He makes great music. He's just in a bad place. That's how I feel. That is also a bigger topic. And another topic about Sega has been outsourcing music since, like, what, 2017? They started outsourcing a lot. And I don't know, man, like, things have changed. Things have really changed. 55 people. My God, this is like the... You know, when you title things like this, you're definitely bound to get everyone here. Asano, yes. Asano should definitely be there. Absolutely. Look, saying my music direction is something I want to keep it without sending my soul to somebody without... Okay. Oops, lost some. A lot of songs from Tomoya are also remixed. Okay, the thing with Otani, right? The thing with Otani is, I think he likes to participate in certain songs the way he likes to do them. Otani is consistent with whatever he's making during that time. Otani may do certain kinds of music that most people may not like, but he'll at least consistently pump out music in that same style for a little while until he gets either bored of it or he wants to change it up. Whatever that means to you is, well, it's what it means. I'm sorry. I don't know how to finish that. Just like Jun is composing great songs and making poor arrangement choice and instrument choice. Sonic 4 is a good example of this. Splash Hill versus the original remix. But we got the thing with Splash Hill is that it's a great arrangement. It's a terrible it's not a great composition. It's good writing. They wrote it well, but the instruments they used, the instrument choice, it was not good. But then again, that was pretty much, at least for me, the entirety of Sonic 4 episode 1 and 2. I think the major outsourcing started with TSR, but then I think it was ended up becoming more prominent. Yeah, that's why I said forces. Well, not forces. That's why I said 2017. Because ever since 2017, it's been pretty much... Outsourcing means paying musicians. Musicians outside Sega, outside anything Sega related, any Sega department, for music, to compose music for them, with specific strict guidelines that they write themselves. Obviously, amongst that, there's NDAs. I can't speak about that stuff, but yeah. There is just... I'm going to bring in somebody into the chat here. Actually, been wanting to bring him here because he, just like I, has an opinion on this. But not just about the music. He has an opinion about the direction in general, as it's been lately. It's just... It's just not good. So I'm gonna bring him here and see if I can get him. Bobby!
Let's go silent.
What's up, bro? Can you guys hear him?
They probably.
You're being heard by 49 people. Enjoy.
Oh my God, this is like the biggest audience I've had.
It is the biggest audience I've had too.
Yeah, thanks for having me silent.
Of course, man. We just started listening to the first part of the DJ mix together, right? I started off just pretty much ranting about this entire thing. I hope that amongst those 40-ish people, most of them are people who have been subbed. Otherwise, I am sorry that this is the first impression you have of me. I usually am not this negative. You can ask Bobby. I tend to be a little more positive.
Man, you are. You definitely are. It's really disappointing to see you, of all people, like, actually be disappointed with the franchise. But I just don't know what else can be done at this point.
Nothing. I guess hope for the best, because this game's coming out in 2 months or 3 months. How much?
I certainly can't hope for the best. I'm done. I'm genuinely done. Like, it's as I told everyone in the server. It's gotten to the point where I've thought for a while, Sonic fans genuinely don't have a discernment for quality anymore. It's been like this for a long ass time, and I honestly just give up. It doesn't it's pathetic. You can't say anything about this series anymore. You genuinely can't. Like, of course, there will always be the people that go to extreme lengths to shit on the series. And yeah, of course, like, it's not that bad. Like, we can chill out with that. Like, you don't have to go so negative or be turbo negative. But even when you're trying to, let's say, judge a game or like just critique it to a relatively normal level, you can't even do that anymore. Even that's considered being a negative Nancy. And I know like both sides can be considered bad, like, oh, you guys are nothing but bootlickers and D-riders, and oh, but you guys are always negative all the time. Like, I get it. There is two sides. Yes, there is, but lately the former side is taking over, I feel. The bootlickers. And I'm really not trying to be that mean, but it can we be for real for once? This soundtrack does not sound good. I told you, Silent. Like, the one thing about Sonic games was Sonic, as bad as Sonic games got for as many years as we known this character, the one single thing that Sonic games could at least pride themselves on was the soundtrack. And everyone could at least like unanimously agree that yes, like the soundtrack was the one single thing that you could look forward to, that you could like agree with everyone. Like, yes, this is great. Like, you could trust that there would be bangers in at least Frontiers or something. You could trust that there would, even '06 got this right. Even '06, they're still like, okay, everything may not be like up to par, but let's at least get the soundtrack right. Let's wear that on our sleeve. We have something good about us. That doesn't exist with CrossWorlds. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
I listen to.
No, I agree. I just want to respond to somebody in the chat saying that I'm just doing this for clicks. You couldn't be further from the truth. I genuinely love Sonic music. If you take a look for 5 seconds into my channel, I've been pretty much making Sonic music for years. I love Sonic music. And it's just one of my biggest passions. All I'm really doing here is voicing my criticism for once in a public way.
Like,
that is all. It's not really meant for me to get popular. I don't give a shit about popularity. I do this for love. That's the whole reason I do it. I don't hate Sonic music, mister.
I can attest to this. You've been one of the more positive people like in the server amongst many others, and it genuinely hurts seeing you like this. We can't keep running from it. Like, again, I've given up, but we cannot keep ignoring the fact that something is wrong. Something is genuinely wrong. And that's the thing. I know things are objectively better for Sonic right now, but why does it still feel like everything's stagnant or nothing's improving, like at a core level? Something is wrong with this series right now. And I'll always love Sonic conceptually and as a character, but I'm simply not happy with the direction this franchise is taking. I'm not. It's as I said, visually boring, aesthetically boring, mechanically boring, narratively boring, and now musically boring. Like, when can we like excel at something? Please. It feels like everything special about this series is just fading away to be more modern and mainstream. And I know like there's gonna be a lot of people that dig that stuff, yeah, but this series used to actually be something. It had a unique trait. This franchise is like, I hate to use this word, but it's unironically sauceless. There is nothing. Unseasoned boiled chicken, no seasoning whatsoever. Like, what are we doing?
We are living through those times again. I don't want to mention that year, but I'm gonna have to.
Of course,
We're switching things up. That's how I feel. We're finally reaching. We're coming full circle. We're finally improving on mechanics, and we're finally improving on environment quality in a way compared to 2017. Let's just go with that. But now
Yeah, okay.
we're going down in the other hill, like, you know, in the hill that we were always at the top. So many people for so many years would recognize Sonic music as being iconic. You could ask
Yes,
a
even
normie person, you can ask a random dude at Walmart, hey, do you like Sonic music? And they're like, no, what do you mean? You play a Crush 40 song and immediately know exactly what you're talking about.
right.
That's a whole different vibe.
Literally, despite the infamousy of so many of Sonic's games, the music was the one thing. People that even hated Sonic could be like, "All right, yeah, this is kind of fire. This is the banger. I play this shit to work every now and then." Yeah, like that's the one thing. I ain't putting on no damn CrossWorlds in the car. That a photos remix sounds like wet farts.
It's
Like, this is what the average person hears when they listen to video game music. Crossworld soundtrack is what the average person hears when they listen to video game music. It sounds so odd. What's going on?
the problem, at least with CrossWorlds, that I feel, at least with this one song. We're gonna move into the next ones in a second. But at least with this song, the problem is that this passed the quality test. There's no coherence. Again, like I said it earlier before I joined here, there's no coherence between this, and this. There's no way in hell you can tell me that's the same song.
Yeah, they all sound like three completely different songs. Like, I'm not a musician, but even I can tell, like, this doesn't sound right. Why does the beat change like so drastically in between everything? I don't get it.
Chat says you can hate this new game, you can hate their songs, but just don't lose faith in Sonic music just yet. Just because of this. Here's the thing. I love Shadow Gens as what it is, but you cannot deny that, at least in terms of music, Shadow Gens has the same symptoms that Superstars had. CrossWorlds has the same symptoms as those two games I just mentioned. This isn't a one-off thing. This has been happening for years now. That's the problem. That's why this stream is titled the way it is. Because I'm starting to think, oh, it's not a one-off thing. They're not just taking, liberties with this. No, it's like, bigger than that.
I can't. It's Shadow Gen's OST specifically. It just comes off as very average to me. But when I heard Chaos Island Act 1 theme for the first time, that was my first, like, it felt like a whiplash almost. Like, I haven't heard Sonic music this bad since Chronicles. It's like, what?
That's a little harsh. That's a little harsh, but
I know it's harsh, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of infantilizing like grown men. These are people with jobs that probably get paid more than all of us.
I think most of them aren't. At least most of the ones who are criticizing the music are the grown men, but the kids are the ones who are really liking it. And maybe it's just not for us. That's how I was feeling, like what I was telling you earlier. Like, maybe it's just not for me. I like EDM. I like composing this kind of stuff. I love doing glitches. I love doing synth work like that. It sounds good. But in the context of Sonic music, it's really hard to pull it off correctly. Not only is it really hard, it also has to be contextually, like, similar. Because otherwise, you're just making EDM. You're not making Sonic music. And that's the problem. That's the problem.
I've always personally believed that good music is genuinely just Sonic music, and I still felt that way with Frontiers Update 3. Like, you could say whatever you want about Amy, Knuckles, and Tails themes, like, individually, but I still genuinely like them. They weren't that bad to me. I did like them. But going back to our earlier point, I don't feel like It's not, oh, my Sonic doesn't exist anymore, so this sucks. No, I never had a problem with that. I grew up with the Boost games, and I slowly regressed back. I expanded more of my library of Sonic to understand like what's usually like the standard for these games, and even despite that, I didn't mind like how much the series changed. My problem is right now, it feels like this franchise is nothing. This is the most corporate Sonic has ever felt.
Yeah. No, I agree. Even in terms of music, this has been the most corporate. It's the types of freedom that they have now. It's very different to what the freedom decisions they would take before.
Mhm.
And sorry for stuttering. I'm drinking water. I'm just God. I was
Of
angry
course,
earlier.
no, you're good. I was just eating some candy.
Bro, I didn't even say hi to my friends. I didn't even say hi to my viewers. I just started rambling. I'm sorry.
Because it's that bad. It's that bad right now.
Hard disagree, good lord. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm going to have to say this every 5 or 10 minutes, but not because I have a very strong opinion against the soundtrack of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds means that you should too. I am simply just outsourcing that stress that I have over the soundtrack's quality. At least from my point of view and in my own opinion, it is so inconsistent. It almost is down to the level of Superstars. It's not there. It's not there. But it's getting there. And that's the problem.
Yeah, of course. Like, I'm happy that people can enjoy that are enjoying CrossWorlds, but we can't pretend something's not wrong here. Like, again, with the music, it's the one thing that Sonic Team, or again, I'm not a musician, so I don't know the names of every composer the series has had. Yeah, like we can't pretend that something isn't wrong or like something is changing drastically for the soundtrack to sound this weird. I just don't get it. I really do not get what is happening right now. You said they were outsourcing more people, right? Like different studios.
That is what
to
they're
different
doing, right? They're paying people. Sega is... I'm pretty sure all their composers on board are all busy with projects right now because, like you said, Sega has made Sonic corporate. Therefore, they're having multiple projects. So they got all musicians busy. What do they have to do in this case? They go out, they grab a popular artist, they offer them money, they give them a list of things they want out of a song, they give it to the artist, and they give them a deadline. That's all. That's how that works.
So a rush job. I
don't know if it's a rush job. We would have to interview every single musician to ask them, and even then, I don't think they would tell us because of NDA. But it does feel like it.
Yeah, because oh man,
I'm gonna grab
saw
some here.
It's insane.
The thing with Shadow Gens, right? The thing with this soundtrack is that even this song had bad songs, but at least in the majority of things, it remained a few of the same composers every single time. You got Toriana, you got RBU sharing a lot of them. You got special remixes made by the chemists and June helping them. That is good. That is really good. You got Richard Jackson's studio over here making 2 songs. Maybe I am crazy, right? But if I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to the DJ Mix site, sorry about that. We're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at how many different artists we have, right? We got Giga. We got Camellia. We got Toriana. And now, of course, T-Lopes. And Nanobi, right? Nanobi's here for the first time. Nanobi is somebody who I followed. Who I still follow, sorry. I've been following Nanobi's music for like a decade now. Like, actually like a decade. Rainbow Road is one of my favorite songs of all time, and Nanobi made it.
Really?
Yes, Nanobi is they used to be really big on that kind of music. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get fucking copyrighted.
Probably just play a few seconds of it.
It's fine. This song. Skip it. This one. This song, it was one of my starting wake-up calls for me to want to make music. Yeah, that was Nanobi.
Wow.
Again, a lot of people don't fucking know all the fucking dudes who Sega's hiring. Because, again, it's just... Huh?
Trust me, you're fine. I barely know most of these composers anyway.
You're fine. That was Nanobi. Nanobi has made a lot of really good music. Like, I got you. I wrote it wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nanobi. I shit my pants the moment I heard that Nanobi was participating in Sonic music. I was like, there's no way. This person makes anything they want. That's how they work. They can make Swedish Club, happy hardcore, drum and bass, electro, old school jump style. It can make anything. Anything. And that's okay. That's how this works. So when I see that they go in and jump into a Sonic soundtrack, I was like, I gotta listen to it. And I do, and I'm just like...
Oh, God.
This sounds good. It sounds good. But why didn't they just use the chemists? They already had them on board. They literally made a remix for this less than a year ago. That's what I'm not understanding. It's a really good remix, don't get me wrong. Again, this is good. This part, this is what I like. This is a breakcore part, pretty much. This is what that feels. This is good. You know, the thing about this is that this sounds good because the way it's structured, the way it's using original recordings, it is creative and it is also faithful. Not to bring bad contenders here, but you know, this is not faithful. This is changing in a good way. I do not understand why they use Nanobi, right? Much love, I get. You make amazing music, but still. Why? It's just so interesting to me. I don't know what Sega is exactly planning. It's interesting to see. Here I missed a chop. I missed a chop. It's probably this, isn't it?
Mr. Chopped.
I missed 8 chop. No, because it's like 5 songs. So pretty much supposed to put these here. Radical Highs went multiple remixes in Sonic X Shadow Generations were actually highlight. June's additional remix was unexpected. Yeah, welcome. Well, June's additional remix was actually made with Teddy Lloyd, if I'm not wrong. That was an interesting bonus remix that they released for the album. It was good and bad at the same time. Again, like maybe it's not bad. Maybe we're just old again. I don't know, man.
No, we're not old.
Crazy chops, super cool glitches, all that stuff. At least for me, when I make those things, when I make those kinds of things, I usually put myself under the position of a listener, not just because I like it, but because I know that
you're your own critic.
Sure, but that's not really what I mean. Like, you want to listen to the things you want to make, but you also want to make sure other people are able to listen to it and understand it.
Of course.
When you start swapping and fucking making all these crazy sounds, playing around a lot with your soundstage like that, and you start chopping it to the point where it's barely like audible, correctly audible as a listener, not as a music producer. As a music producer, you obviously know you know the structure of what you're doing, you know exactly what you want. But as a listener, once you start doing that, it's no longer cohesive or coherent. Sorry, it doesn't make sense. You're starting to listen to noise. For a normal person, that's noise, and that's also why it confused me why everyone received the soundtrack so well. It is really interesting. Let's move on to Dragon Road.
When you put it like that, yeah, it does. Maybe it is just.
There has been times in which, there's been times in which I wanted to make hardstyle for Sonic remixes, but I just stopped myself because I know deep down that nobody wants to listen to that. One, nobody wants to listen to that. Two, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Then I heard Westopolis, the official remix from Teddy Lloyd, and I was like, okay, they still went ahead and did it, so I'm gonna do it too. And even to this day, I still hate listening to that part because it makes no fucking sense with what's going on the screen. Chaos Island is... I'm not going to get into that one. We already talked about that a year ago, but... Bryce, there's a part in Westopolis, the second part. There is a segment in which it's just straight up hardstyle. There's a hardstyle cake playing in the background with sub bass. What about Without You? Okay, Without You wasn't even in the game. That was part of promotional material, and it was also released as a bonus mix and stuff. It's really good. I really like it. Again. Yeah. That song is a lot. That song receives different critics because that song has writing involved in the sense of, actual lyrics. Is Chaos Island good or no? The original Chaos Island from Frontiers, yes. The remix for Shadowgens, no. The fact that it's even in Shadowgens just doesn't even make sense, but whatever.
It's because they have the assets ready for it. And I'm like being so straight up. Yeah.
Can you enjoy the song even if it makes no sense to the context? Yeah, you can definitely. Okay, Thomas. Yes, you can definitely enjoy music without the sense of context. But what we're judging here is those two things combined together. We're judging electronic music in the sense of what Sonic is. This cool guy who wants to do good and wants to just chill. That's the context. In this case, they're racing for the 5th time.
Sonic racing all around the world.
I'd rather just listen to Justin Bieber Baby, even if my ears bleed. That's kind of...
I'm sure I'm glad that Nate Wants to Battle wasn't the one that was singing that. Goodness gracious. I'm really glad it wasn't him. He could... That's my boy right there. There's no way he sung that.
I feel like this soundtrack would be a lot better. I'm gonna sound like I'm fucking... like a broken record, but if T-Lopes meant the entire soundtrack for Sonic Racing, I would be so happy. I would be so happy.
Yeah, I can tell.
Not only because of how good he is, but because he can deliver. If you give him time, he can do so many things.
Yeah,
So
Sega's
many
not
things.
doing that. They're not doing that. Yeah, isn't he like not happy with Sega at the moment either? Like, I think I saw
I don't
something
think
on
he
his
can
Twitter.
express that. Maybe
I saw,
he's hinting towards it,
yeah,
but I don't know if he is able
I
to.
remember there was some tweet recently saying, if you worked at Sega, what would you do? And I think T-Lopes had put, I would quit and become a freelance composer. I would have to find that again. Let me see. But I was just shocked when I saw it. 'Cause I was like, dang, they must not be treating him very good down there, huh?
The other concern, right? And this is just random things. They are definitely outsourcing so many. Sorry, hiccups. So many people. But they're only doing like one song. And if you think about it, realistically speaking, for an artist to make to compose one song and then master it, it would take like a month. And if you gather 5 people during that same period of time to make music, that would only take you. That would take you less than a year. This game has been in production since when? When did CrossWorlds start production?
Oh, yeah, here it is. Just found it.
2022. It's been 3 years. You're telling me you needed to outsource 5 tracks? Because we still know, right? We still know that the bass soundtrack for CrossWorlds is all choir based. Sorry, choir based. You found some. I would quit and become a freelance composer.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Crazy.
Here's a tweet he's talking about. Space Colony Argon Gens was probably my favorite track, aside from Radical Highway tracks, because of the way it feels like EDM is just moving a compliment from the main rock track than the vice versa. Yes and no. Like, rock is definitely one of the main big elements in Sonic music. EDM can be too, because EDM has been since the beginning. EDM has been part of Sonic music since the beginning, since before he went 3D. It's just about how you do EDM. I think they have a Tony fully dedicated to fingering Frontiers to OST, so he's off the table. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. That is true. That is absolutely true. Which, again, brings me back to the whole point of this DJ mix. Why did he make it? It's interesting, right? And they got the man like, hey, you have 5 minutes to make us a quick little DJ mix with these tracks. We kind of need some promotional material for channel stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure Hideki Naganuma doesn't want to come back to Sega either.
Oh, he's got beef with them. Oh, he's got beef with them. Yeah, he straight up has said it on Twitter, like straight up. How do you feel about TSR's music direction? I feel like it was a solid blend between rock and EDM, and maybe they should have stuck with the way TSR handled music. Is probably one of the best ways to ever handle covering anything, because of the way that it's faithful to the original material, and it also does its own thing. Kind of what Nanobi is doing here, kind of what T-Lopes does here. Not these other 3. This one's fine. But the problem with this, there's something in the background that makes this sound
weird. It's like they don't stick to the original theming of the
I love this song. You hear what I'm hearing, though, in the background?
Yeah, I hear it. It's like you said earlier, it's noise. And like, for a stage like Dragon Road, which takes place in Japan, I would expect it to be more silent almost. Or not
this
silent,
is off key,
but
isn't it? Hold on, this is in a different to transition. Yeah, you got me depressed here. You got me very depressed here. This is Starlight Carnival, isn't it?
This is Starlight Carnival?
It is.
I'm visibly frowning right now. What is this song? No way.
Can you tell me how did we go from this to that? Am I racing or am I fighting a boss in this place with the same context of what the original track is? What are we doing?
I would have figured Starlight Carnival would be easy for them. I mean, the bass song.
What is... Oh, okay. This
one sounds pretty nice.
This is a song in which Jun actually helped them, right?
This one sounds like a party game now instead of a racing game. Yeah, I think that's an accurate description for this one right here.
This is
Unironically, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, the Generations remix of this song is better, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure T-Lopes had to be forced to do something similar to everyone else because everyone else is going. So he's supposed to do. So you know,
they got this man chained to the soundboard and singing.
Like here, this is T right here.
Yeah, this is
he even's writing original. By the way, not even a correct transcription of the sample.
Doesn't even fade out. Doesn't like.
No, that's just a tiny. That's just a tiny.
It's just a toxic.
What do you mean? You're gonna put that. This is just Rave House, bro.
Speaking that Mario and the Luigi gibberish.
Did we just change from minor to major?
This is the dance revolution track.
This is a minor. And then this is major. And we go back to minor.
Making so sad. Car horn, but what?
Change space. Don't stay in the zone. Stop. It's cute. There, we're not okay. We're gonna add this to the Novi segment.
You know, so we genuinely might know this shit is for 5-year-olds. Fire horns.
Yeah. I can't believe. Oh, man, I don't want to say this because now that I'm listening to it, I kind of like the Novi song more than Tilly's. I'm sorry. Not because of this. There is too much sidechaining in Nanobi. I'm sorry to say that. You're not supposed to sidechain the snare. You're supposed to sidechain the kick, I think. But you're taking freedom. You're trying to make things different. I get it. It's just a little like the curve. So when you grab that, you get a curve, right? A volume curve. You can choose the mix intensity and you can choose the band intensity. That depends on the software you're using. You might just be one of those people who like a good old traditional. So you grab the thing and then you put a little automation clip. Go ahead. You put a little automation clip and you can tweak it however your heart's content. That's fine. But when you start sidechaining a snare, sorry. It leaves a gap, a very strong gap, that makes it a little not pleasant. Hey, Rard. This is good. This is fucking amazing. You gotta sync sync right there. But like, oh wait, no, you're right. No, my bad. No, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. My misinformation. I confused tracks. I'm sorry. Brain dumb. Zerdonic made this one. I just checked. And Nanobi made this one. I'm sorry, Nanobi. This is ass. He didn't go out. He went to take a little break or do something. I'm sorry, that was absolutely true. So, no. I was wrong about this. This particular song, The Ride Out Kill Highway, was remixed by Zerdonic with June. This was done by Nanobi. I was very wrong. I had a very different perspective. Track opinions remain the same, artist doesn't. So that's all I'll say. Is Sega treating musicians like trash? I'm getting pissed. Is this another Doom Eternal situation?
Most likely.
No. Mick Gordon got shafted really hard. That's different.
I don't know. I mean, we all saw the way they do the Origin stuff.
Just listen to the OST. Not a big fan, but the comments were glazing in like crazy. Merchant Street and Radical Highway were fine though. Yeah. That is pretty much the general opinion here. The rant comes from the certain quality between these tracks and how different they are in the same context they're placed in. Doom Zone. Okay, Doom Zone was made with love. That's the difference. The chemists were tasked to make one single song for the soundtrack, so they went all out. That song was segmented into 3 parts, 3 levels in the game. But for the final release of the soundtrack, it was 1. From what I've seen, so many people dislike the CrossWorlds OST or just straight up dislike the game as a whole. Find me those people. I don't see them. I just see love, praise, and anytime anybody says anything negative, they're like, "Oh, you're being a negative Nancy."
I'm the minority. I'm the one that doesn't like the game as a whole, but that's another topic, and I don't want to steal the thunder for your whole video.
You're fine. I'm not buying the game. I'm not buying the game.
Yeah, me neither. For a $70 Sonic game, yeah, good luck getting your mom to buy you that shit, bro.
Oh, that's another thing.
Good luck.
That's another thing.
$90.
I remember the first stream, bro.
for DLC.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I remember when they released the prices, and I was like, "There's no way they're charging 90 for deluxe." And people are like, "It's still gonna be better than Mario Kart World." We're not comparing it to Mario Kart World. We're talking about Sega here. Fucking Sega.
I told Altier this, but I still told him like every time I see gameplay of CrossWorlds, they're either drifting on the same
Hold the
style
phone.
U-turn,
Altier
or
just sent me something fucked up.
let me see this.
Oh no. They updated the description. You're right.
Huh?
Otani didn't make the DJ mix. It was somebody called
Sure thing,
Kanonoguni.
Aspen.
They updated it. They updated the description. It used to say Tomoyo Otani. Now it's
I'm trying to deflect.
bro.
Trying to escape criticism or
No.
accountability.
Bro.
Let's see, where are you? Damn it, you're just there.
He
Here
is
you are.
this is the guy who actually made it. Yes. Yes, Canon worked before. I just everyone at Sega is completely disconnected. The marketing team is disconnected from the sound team. The sound team is disconnected from the development team. Everyone is in their own little bubble. What is going on?
Bro, it's like my job. No one's communicating with each other. But yeah,
Sound
man,
like
it's
Squidward
like
for there. Oh my god, thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
every time I see gameplay of CrossWorlds, it's either them drifting the same weird, same styled U-turn, or it's a flight section. I don't see anything interesting going on with the level design at all. It's we're reusing boost level design. You see that one side section where Sonic rides up the stairs in a photo? It's like it's
God.
boring. It's boring. And I feel like it might be this way because they want to put this in arcades, which is okay, it's fair, but at the same time, this is a $70 Sonic game. I want a game that's actually worth $70, not some shit I can just walk to the nearest round one, pop a quarter in, and start playing with my friends. Like, it doesn't look appealing in the slightest, dude. I'll bring up another thing, but it's like this franchise has gotten so stale and mediocre that we have to rely on crossover characters to like say anything about this game. Everyone goes, "Oh, this game's already better than Mario Kart World. Look, we got SpongeBob, we got Miku, we have Joker from Persona." Yeah, and that's all you have. That's literally it. At the very least, Mario Kart World looks like a mechanically sound and interesting game. Every time I go on Twitter to see gameplay of that game, I see people tricking off ramps. I see people driving up walls. I see people rail grinding in a damn Mario Kart game. And and Nintendo actually trust their players to pull off these maneuvers. And we know Nintendo fans are like 5-year-olds, but they're doing this shit anyway. Nintendo's like, all right, y'all want an $80 Mario game? Because of course Nintendo fans aren't like arguing against it. So they said, all right, let's go above and beyond. Let's actually give something to our fans. Let's show them that Nintendo quality standard that we actually hold dear to us, that we wear on our sleeves. Even though I'm not getting Mario Kart World or a Switch 2 like ever, I can at least be goddamn. Now that game looks fucking fire. That game looks mechanically fun to play with friends. This is the same U-turn. It's the same U-turn on Dragon Road. It's like, dude, where's the interesting level design? Where's the shortcuts? Where's the split paths? Where's anything? It's the same boring, generic ass U-turns. Can I actually see something cool? Please? No. We have to rely on fuck ass SpongeBob that doesn't even have a voice for $20 DLC, by the way. $20. Make a $90 game. SpongeBob can't even speak. He's just silent. That's
That's $90 without the taxes, by the way. It's technically $100.
No. Bro, it's
if you round it up.
I'm
gonna leave the audience to you for a minute. I'm gonna go to the restroom. Enjoy.
Bro, oh my god. I'm just disappointed, man. I want better. I want better for Sonic more than anyone else. Like I want this franchise to be something. I want it to be so great, but I can't get that if no one wants to actually speak on the issues. Neither fans nor Sega like actually wants to improve Sonic. Genuinely, I don't fans don't have Sonic's best interest in mind. I'm being so straight up when I say that because if you did, you would say something about this. It's the same U-turn every time I look at gameplay for this game. It looks so bland. Sonic I came up with this analogy at work, but Sonic fans care about Sonic the same way a neglectful parent cares about their kid. Like, yeah, you can buy them toys, you can buy them cool things, you can care for their every need. But if you're not actually adamant about them growing and improving in life, that's not actually caring. You're just giving them what they want so they can stay out of your hair. That's not care to me. A real parent critiques their child. They want their child to grow. Like they correct their child. They guide their child through mistakes so they can improve and learn and grow in life. Sonic fans don't want to do that. They just accept it. They accept whatever position Sonic is in because God forbid anyone say anything about their blue little speed rat. Like it's so bothersome to me, dude. There's genuinely no discernment for quality. They just don't care. They genuinely do not care. They will just accept it because, like, we live in a world where mediocrity is pretty much held on a pedestal. And of course, with Sonic specifically, like, the mediocrity is widely accepted because everyone needs to be infantilized. These 40-year-olds that have been working on these games for years need to be infantilized. They need our help because God knows they need it. And the moment anyone says anything about Sonic remotely improving, that's bad because it implies Sonic is flawed in some way. And that's just a no-go for most Sonic fans.
Back.
Oh, perfect timing.
What I miss?
My small little rant to the chat. It's really nothing, but yeah, it's just me repeating the same point. Sonic fans don't have a discernment for quality, and I just don't believe they actually care. I made an analogy to how like Sonic fans care about Sonic the same way a neglectful parent cares about their child. Like, yeah, you can buy them whatever they want. You can get them like all the sweets they want, weird clothes, toys, all that. But it doesn't actually matter if you're not actually there to guide your child and help them improve in life. And like that's what I feel like most Sonic fans are at right now.
I guess.
Yeah, it stinks, but actually, yeah, I gotta dip out.
No, you're fine. Yeah, well, we'll wrap it up very soon over here, at least on my end. You're gonna go now?
Yeah, I gotta peel out now. But thanks for having me, Silent. It was
of
great.
Course, nah, man. I appreciate it, and I really appreciate your opinion on this. I don't.
It's at that point, bro. Again, I give up. I can't speak on Sonic anymore. I'ma just watch from the sidelines and laugh, bro, because I'm done. I really am done.
There's nothing we can do but just watch, to be honest. That's how I've seen it for a little while. Maybe it was the fact that I took a long break during the 2010s. Like, Colors was my last Sonic game for a while. It holds a part in my heart because it was one of my first Sonic games. I know I can tell the flaws that the game has compared to like other releases, but that was still that was still part of an era that actually isn't that, what is the word? Corporatized.
Yep, corporatized. That'd be the word for it. But
Sonic isn't meant. Go ahead.
You have a great one, Silent.
You have a good one too, Bobby. Thank you very much for having me.
Sir, no, thank you for having me.
No. You have a lot of things to say. My opinion on this is just on the music side of things. The whole game is a whole different beast, and that's not something I am ready to criticize. As one, I'm not playing it. Two, I'm not interested in it. There's way too many racing games coming out, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mostly prioritizing air riders. Hopefully that one makes me happy. But even then, I don't even have a Switch too. I'm not even getting it.
It might come out for both. I would hope at least. I don't know if Sakurai spoke about that. I would hope.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I would hope. Maybe not. It's Nintendo. Let's be honest. Never mind. Forgot for a second that Sakurai works for Nintendo completely, 100%.
Yeah, you have a great one, Silent.
Yeah, that was Bobby speaking. All right, you have a good one, Bobby. And he's gone. Hal's making the game, but it's all licensed under Nintendo. Joining in to say hi, hello. We're done with the negativity. Yeah, I'm hoping Sakurai treats his baby, as some people call him, his baby in a racing game the best way possible. And I am hoping that game is also not $70. I don't know if Sakurai would actually like that. I don't think he would. It's a racing game that's not Mario Kart. I don't know if they can charge it for that much. They're already pretty bold with Donkey Kong being 70, I'm sure. It's not an IP that the normies would go like, oh my god, I need this. It's got Sakurai's name on it, so it's gonna be $70. Yeah, no, maybe. Like, we'll see. I'm oh man. Sonic Colors Planet Wisp is an angelic soundtrack. It always makes me cry. Planet Wisp is overall, it feels like a sad song turned to a rhythmic one. It's a really good adaptation of a sad vibe, but also like trying to save the alien, the little wisps, trying to save their home planet. Their inner wage would be $70. Honestly, Nintendo is crazy. I don't know. Ever since they priced TOTK at 70, I was like, oh no. Obviously as well, like they haven't priced every single game like that, but still. My first Sonic game was SA2. That's a good way to start. My first Sonic game, if I'm not wrong, was Sonic Advance 2 for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. I forgot to say that part. I mean, it's implied in the name of the game, but still. It's so weird saying Nintendo Game Boy. It's so weird. I don't know. Anyway. Yes. So we're going to wrap up the stream here. I appreciate everyone coming in. We already spoke about everything. And I appreciate all of you guys. Like I said, like, don't take my opinion seriously. It's not that I actively hate the soundtrack. I just don't like it. I just don't. It's not something I'm gonna willingly listen when I'm on a car trip going somewhere. Check Discord again. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah? No, it's... No, yeah. No, I agree. That's how it feels. Shard is here? Oh my god. Dude, you guys joined so late. We gotta, like, understand... that music is all about subjective preference. So again, please don't take this opinion and go like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you don't like my soundtrack. It's the best fucking thing ever made. No. We can both dislike or like something and not actively be at each other's throats. We can both enjoy things the way we like them. If people like Sonic CrossWorlds music, that's okay. That is fine. Like I said at the beginning, and like I said somewhere in the middle of the stream, it's just my opinion. And for some reason, my opinion brought in... We peaked at around 60 people. Now I see why there's actual people who don't want to share their opinion. They just want to do clickbait. Now I understand. You can get fucking canceled over this. I hope I don't get canceled over having this negative opinion on a game. But you know, you don't ever know. Maybe people will find a way to hate me. That's fine. I'll live with it. If nobody hates, that's good. I would actually appreciate if the fandom wasn't toxic for 5 minutes. But yeah, that's just me hoping for things. I'm going to go back to doing what I always do. And that is making remixes the way I want to make them, however I want to make them. And understand that I have zero pressure on the sense of I am not getting paid to do this. I don't monetize my channel. And I just simply show you guys what I like to do. That is what I'm going to go back to. Somebody earlier asked me if I was going to remix anything from CrossWorlds. And to that, I'm going to say, do you really want me to remix a remix? That's just what I'm going to... That's my question to you. I don't know who it was. I'm sorry I forgot the username. But somebody said that. And I just want to say that it doesn't make sense. I might as well just remix the original song. Keenan says, at the very least, Silent, you come from an angle of someone who enjoys and produces music. You're not being negative for the sake of being negative. Sorry, I probably inserted a little bit and clearly wants to see things better. I do. Yeah, YouTube's ad system is also dog shit because we have like so many people on board, right? And you want to tag somebody, but you can't just right click and then tag like on other like messaging platforms. It's crazy that Twitch does this better than them. I don't know. Gotta type the whole damn name? Yeah, I gotta type the whole damn name. You want to like type in CrossWorlds OST? Extra effort? You know, you're right. Maybe it did seem a little crazy. As what was clickbait? Is this clickbait? How is it? Question mark? Man. Don't tell me people still think I'm clickbaiting, bro. That's crazy. This entire channel's all about this. But okay. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're okay. What do we got? Sort of, play Overdose by Hayato-san on stream. Thank you. No. I'm not playing copyrighted music anymore. I already played like 2. I'm good. I don't want to get a copyright strike. What is clickbait? Clickbait is a form of engagement in which you draw a viewer's attention by either naming something controversial or putting an image of something controversial on screen to, again, grab attention of the viewer, to make sure that you just... You just get a click, I guess. I wouldn't say it's clickbait. You said you didn't like CrossWorlds music. That is true, right? That is correct. Generally speaking, I don't like it. But if I put, sorry guys, I generally do not like the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds OST, it's not gonna let me because the title's too fucking long for a live stream. There's exceptions to this rule. I'm not trying to clickbait. If you click on the channel, you'll see I'm not really trying to clickbait. The stuff I post, the stuff I just talk about on stream, it's all there. It is all there. Will I be making more streams like this? No. No. And I hope to God I don't. Because nothing... I just spent an hour and 22 minutes rambling. Well, not an entire hour and 22 minutes. I just spent too much time rambling and talking about dumb shit that we shouldn't even be talking about because this franchise is extremely corpo now. Can you please make a Sonic Advance 2 Boss Pinch remix? No. Sorry. I mean, I know I would have been slightly lazy, but I would have liked them to just fine-tune a previous iteration of a song like Sandra from TSR. That requires licensing, because a lot of those producers who just change things, they also tend to not be the original composers. There's been exceptions to this, but not everyone's like that. So I'm sure Sega doesn't want to deal with licensing, so they would just rather use what they own. I believe that's the case. At least here. I don't have time to check out K-pop Demon Hunters if... What? Confusion. Slight confusion. Audible confusion. I don't understand what's going on. But okay. Would be quicker if you made a thumbnail that incentivizes engagement that causes anger and annoyance. All you did was likely say that you're not a fan of CrossWorlds. Well, the thumbnail... I mean, maybe... That's how I make my live stream thumbnails, like this one, right? I put in the little Sona that I have, I put in the title, and I just put a thumbs down. That is all this is. It's comparable to what I did before in a way, but it's not. It doesn't have the thumb down because, you know, why would it have a thumb down? And this, it's Doge. Rest in peace, Doge. Sonic has fallen so far. I genuinely wonder how we got here. I mean, the way I see it is just a roller coaster. That's how I picture it. It's a roller coaster. We have been going up and down. There's another soundtrack that I do want to make this video on. Well, not a video, this live stream on, and that's Superstars. Superstars is another one I didn't like. But back then, I was very shy of giving my opinion to you guys. Because I'm pretty sure that when somebody gives their opinion, and that it's usually against popular opinion, or what it's mostly believed, people didn't get on the hate train. They start hating you. They take that personally. They don't do this in a respectful way. They just genuinely start hating you. Like, there's people who break everything you've ever done down just because you disagree with them on something. And I'm telling you, this is somebody who lived it, and also somebody who has seen this. It's crazy that we live in an era in which everyone is so fucking divided. But that's just how things are. And we have to just deal with it, I guess. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It truly is. The franchise hasn't become bad. You just kind of stagnant in corporate. Yeah, that's pretty much how it sums up. It's been to have a conversation about music as opposed to finding a way to be obnoxious about it. We agree and disagree on the good, like civilized people. That's what I hope that people got out of this conversation. That's really what I hope. To me, just Superstars was easily forgettable. Overall, the OST was. Yeah, Superstars was definitely one of those just forgettable games. It's meant to be something bigger than what it was. It was meant to be... What was it? The resurrection of classic Sonic? The way they marketed the game, you know, multiplayer, everything was great, but then people started playing the game, realized the zones are really forgettable, and they're badly designed, and as the game goes, there's glitches. The infamous memory leak error happening on PC, dude, that was Oh man, I don't even know how to patch that. I don't think they did. I think our artists just kind of moved on to the next title because that's pretty much what they're forced to do. Unleashed in Color started my music taste journey, orchestral acoustic mix with electronica. You forgot to add rock in there. But yeah. Superstars feels like a game made with a remaster budget. You know, that's a good way to put it, to be honest. I don't know what a remaster budget is then for Sega, because Sonic Colors Ultimate was terribly handed. Terrible. Blind Squirrel. My God. My God. There's no way people, some people online are bots, gang. I mean, you guys all speak and share opinions like civilized individuals. Wanted to say I love the 2023 Endless Possibilities remix, very heavily undertones. Thank you very much. Maybe one day I'll make another one. Maybe. Unlike classic Sonic not being pixelized, I was hoping they saw Mania and went, how can we expand on this? I'm sure they tried based on that question, but I don't know, they just said, well, we're going to go 3D, I guess. We're going to go classic Sonic in 3D, and we're going to do it the most non-Sonic 4 way possible, I guess. Sonic Ultimate gives me depression. Yeah. That remaster made me so sad. The music was interesting, except for 2 songs. That was that being what was it? Aquarium Park Act 3 and Planet Wisp Act 1. Both of those 2. That's how I feel. Such is the way of the internet. Large unfortunate attitudes have been fostered and maintained for a long time in the hard upend. Yeah. Play Color DS. Honestly, I recently played Colors DS, and yeah, I can see why people just call that shit Sonic Rush 3. It's using the exact same framework. Same thing. Same everywhere. They just start putting cutscenes based on the story of Sonic Colors. I hate the piano in Tropical Resort. The jazzy piano, that's... I think even Tawny tweeted about why he did that. It was definitely criticized for sure. What are your thoughts on Sonic Colors Ultimate remixes overall? Let me open the soundtrack. Depends. I like most of the remixes done. I don't like how drowned out some of the instruments are in Phase 2 for the Nega Wisp Armor Battle theme. There is some brass in the original song that are completely drowned out by the new guitars. Dude, I don't want to talk about the Sonic Colors Ultimate soundtrack. I really don't. I need to take a break. This shit's crazy. I cannot believe. What are your thoughts on classic Sonic music? Oh, that depends. CD would be probably one of my favorites. Then Sonic 1. Then Sonic 3. And then last Sonic 2. I say yes, it's 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, we should have wrapped up like 9 minutes ago. So we're going to wrap up. Okay, hold on. Never mind. What do you think about the Rail Canyon soundtrack from Shadowgens? Rail Canyon Act 1? Great. Rail Canyon Act 2? Pfft. No. I didn't like it. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I don't know if you missed it earlier. Thoughts on Otani seemingly sticking to EDM? Well, the Otani sticking to EDM has been a trend since 2017. No, 2016. It was right before Forces because of the Olympic Games soundtrack. Maybe that was after. No, that was after. Sorry, that was after. So it was ever since 2017. He's been kind of sticking to EDM. My thoughts on it is, he's been getting better at it. Like he has definitely embraced the style, and he's been experimenting on his own. And he's trying to be consistent from what I'm noticing. He has definitely like improved compared to like Azure Road in TSR versus like some of the songs in Frontiers. You can tell. His first attempt at a full-fledged like electronic synth soundtrack mixed with like actual real drums was in Forces. But some of the ones that were electronic were also good. Again, it's all really dependent on what the zone is. My thoughts on it is basically that. Like, I can't really give you an actual answer. If I were to rate it from 1 to 10, I would tell the Forces soundtrack is a 7.5. Sonic Forces is more experimental OST of all time. Sure started with a pipeline with its stuff that we see on our current games. Heavy EDM reliance. Yeah, pretty much. Making electronic music is another dimension of strengths and weaknesses compared to just traditional instruments. The thing with electronic music compared to real recordings is you can industrialize this shit. You can mass produce electronic music. You really can. You don't need, like, sure, it's a lot cheaper to do electronic music, but the curve of creativity can also be just as big as with real instruments. You can literally just be one of those people and just grab this, put this shit on an original song from before, segment the parts, and you can call this a remix. But obviously, you're not gonna do that, right? I just subtly mentioned what CrossWorlds basically is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh man, it's just music. Just bored. That was before stream. I was bored. Sorry. I'll actually get back into music soon. I've been taking a long break from it, and I'm sorry about that. I've been just kind of trying to just clear my mind. Too many things in life. Too many non-things in life. Too many bros leaking sax music. There's no way you just said that. That's not gonna pass as sax music, bro. This is not gonna pass as sax music. Bro likes drum and bass in his sax. Angry Birds remix? What the hell? Angry Birds? Angry Birds? What part of this sounds like Angry Birds? Just started like 30 minutes before I started stream. I'm sorry. I probably will continue it later. I'm not gonna post it. Probably not, because let's be honest, people don't care about this. But yeah, I'll probably post this on SoundCloud though, not on YouTube. On SoundCloud is where I post anything that's just me for me. Take your time. We'll be here whenever you get back from your break. Sometimes it's not just to talk as well. It's a sketch. Yes, it is a sketch. Back to you, Keenan. Pretty much what this is what I've been doing is just kind of clearing my mind. I've been stagnating on the same set of ideas for music for a while, and it's definitely caused burnout. I haven't been properly taking a break. You know when you take a proper break is when you start feeling like you forget shit. You forget how to do some stuff. Like, it takes you a little bit to, get back up to where you were. When you do that, That is different. That's when you know that break was different. This is not that. This is just getting to a point. I just love doing ambient stuff. That's how this started. That's all this really is. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here, and I would like to say that thank you all for your time. I appreciate. I don't know, I'm scared that this is one of the biggest streams I have in my channel. I'm gonna keep it public. I don't care. We're not changing anything. This public opinion is gonna stay public, baby. And we're gonna be heading out here in 2 minutes. Thank you again for listening to my dumb ramble. And I'm sorry if I disagree with those who just like the soundtrack. It's not personal, and I promise to maintain myself as respectful as I possibly can. If at any point I said something you guys don't like, and it's actually like legitimately offensive, please let me know, and I'll properly apologize for that. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys soon. Next week on Wednesday. No problem, guys. No problem. Take it easy, guys.